Okay, we're going to go ahead and back because the video stopped on me. I'm using a free version of Screencast. So here I was putting stuff into my calculator. All right, I know, let me go back to do this one more time. I'm going to go on and I go to stats and I go over to tests. This is a z-test because of the population standard deviation being known. I hit enter. I know I have to go to stats because I'm not entering data. So I'm going down to the population mean, which I found out was 20.5. And then I go to the population standard deviation. Remember, sigma is that. So I remember that was 8 minutes. I'm going to go to my sample mean, which was 22. My n was 150. Okay. This was a greater than, so I have to scroll all the way over to the end. And what I need to do then is I need to hit enter so it blinks. And then I go down here to calculate and hit enter. What it gives me is my z-test, and here, right here, is my alternative hypotheses. If you did something incorrect, this is the first place to check, because this says the mean is greater than 20.5. This is, again, my alternative hypothesis. My z-test statistic is 2.2963. My p-value, which you'll need, equals 0.0108. So I put that in there, and I need to keep going down, and I'll show you I got the exact same thing here. Okay, so I need to conclude this. Oops, sorry about that. I need to conclude this based on what I have. So I'm going to compare my p to my level of significance. So if I look at 0.0183, is that less than 0.05? It is. Since that's a true statement, I reject my null. When we reject the null, it means that the null is not true and the alternative is true. So I went down here and I wrote it again, and you might want to get in the practice of this. When you write your hypotheses, go ahead and put next to it not true and true. So because over here, this one was not true, it makes my alternative true. And if you look there, you see it. So I can conclude that there's evidence that the mean time on Facebook is at least 20.5 minutes. I don't know what the exact value is, but I can show that it's increased. All right, so let's keep going. All right, if you have them where you have to put the data in, remember, go here and you're going to go back to stat. Let me turn it back on. And then you can go here and hit enter. So if you put the data in, go over here, and you're going to have to go and show that where you put the data. Does everybody remember where you put the data? So if you need to put data in, you go to stat and enter, and then here I could put in all the data. So if I was going to put in the data like one of the examples that's given to you for the problems in 20, let's see, number 6, I could put in 70, 45, 55, 60, and 65, and 55, 60, 50, and then 55. And what that does then is if I go to stat and over to test and hit this, I actually have data in there. So I'm going to let it there. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to keep going down. For the one in number 6 on the examples, I'm going to keep going because it's believed that they work for 60 hours. It told me I had a population standard deviation. I'm sorry, I'm in 21. So I'm not going to do this one for z-test, but I'm just showing you how I'd put it in. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any more questions.